Hello and welcome to the Crown Zone. I'm Lynn, and this is the seventh Venus Moongate video. So, our Moongate will be happening on the 1st of February. It will be in the UK at 10:07 pm. Obviously, you need to adjust for different time zones there, and it will occur at 28 degrees and 10 minutes in the sign of Pisces. Venus has passed her highest point in the sky, but she's certainly extremely bright now and will remain so through most of February, probably till mid-February. So a real joy to behold in the skies, and I do suggest you get out and see her. But this moongate is the seventh final culminating moongate that Venus and the moon have made together since Venus rose as the evening star. She met the moon 7 times. This will be the seventh time. And the first of those was at the root chakra. We progressed through the chakras and we're now at the crown. Now, this is hugely significant because this is, if you like, the universal chakra system of Earth and solar system and beyond. What we're seeing here at this moongate is a really rare time indeed, because not only is Venus and the moon meeting together directly as the recent new moon becomes visible, but also this is the point in the year, 2nd of February or 3rd, where Imbolc is celebrated. And this is the Celtic cross-quarter day, which is about a quickening. It's a time when sheep would have lambs in utero, when seeds in the earth are quickening, just as we saw seeds quickening back with the new moon. And in addition to this, we're also bang on top of Chinese New Year, and 2025 will see in the Chinese New Year of the snake. And the snake is all about the shedding of skin, about growth, about Ascension, if you like, moving on, taking on new form. And that too seems to be the opportunity that this beautiful meeting of Venus and the moon is giving to us. So those things that I've mentioned show you that this is an unusual moongate, that there's things stacked up with it that make it rather special, but that's by no means all. It is so extraordinary. The more I look at it, the more extraordinary I see it is. Because the moongate is happening right by the North Node in Pisces, which we know is our direction of travel. And we know that in Pisces, it's a very elevated, sublime point. It's to do with divinity, it's to do with spirit, it's to do with what is transcendent, those qualities. And so the moongate is happening right by the North Node in Pisces. But even more fantastically, Venus, and therefore both the moon and Venus, but Venus is right by Neptune. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus and the ruler of Pisces. She has a 165-year cycle. So for her to be here right now at the North Node with the moongate and with all the other things that are going on seems quite extraordinary. And that this should be as well the crown chakra meeting, the meeting at the crown where we connect with the divine. I don't think the symbolism could be stronger. Now, the crown chakra, it remains forever open. It never closes. And yet, our conscious awareness of that is often very limited, isn't it? You know, it's hard for us to be up at that high point of the crown chakra. So this moon gate really gives us an amazing opportunity to tune in. And of course, you know, the old Hermetic saying, as within, so without. As we are able to tune to our own crown chakra, so we affect the collective. So we're tuning in to a bigger, more universal crown chakra and becoming a part of that. And I think this is a real moment where we can help our own raise in consciousness and also to raise the consciousness of the collective. And we have the rest of the month to be working on this. This is the final meeting of Venus. Not that Venus is done. She goes on to do some other amazing things that I will talk briefly about, but just good to bear that in mind. Venus and the moon are of such importance to us because they are the closest energies of the divine feminine that we can access here in an embodied state. They are very much, if you like, earth planets. They are planets about embodiment. And it is through them, as our very, very personal planets, that we are able to access the higher octaves. And they do us this great service in meeting now at the North Node and with Neptune there and at the crown chakra, because they are able to filter for us these very, very high energies. And it is through them, in our embodiment of Venus and the moon, that we're able to access these things. So this is the amazing thing that they do for us. And I think that both Venus and the moon have been downgraded in the past by traditional astrology. You know, it's just, oh, they're earth planets. Yes, they are, and there's their absolute beauty, because we're able to embody through them these energies, and that's what's so important. They're not remote. Now, Venus is really keeping faith with us here, because I've spoken about the North Node, the importance of that point. Now, a couple of days, on the 4th of February, Venus will move forward and cross over the North Node. She will cross over that node, that point that's so important. And she'll move into Aries. But then on the 2nd of March, she will begin her retrograde phase. And she will retrograde back. And on the 27th of March, she will again cross over the North Node. And then, of course, when she goes direct, she will go back across the North Node. So this is 3 times she's going to cross it and back into Aries. And that will be shortly before Neptune goes into Aries. So Neptune will follow her in when she makes that 3rd pass over the North Node and goes into Aries there. So 3 times she's going to pass that node. And it's like she's activating that point for us and activating and reactivating this high magic which is happening now. So, in the evening on the 1st of February, one of the most wonderful things we can do if there's a clear sky, and the skies have been quite clear lately, is to go out and look at the moon and Venus. It's a truly magical experience. It sort of bypasses words, just being there in awe, looking at those two together. It's a deep meditation in itself, I believe. But also we can think of this point in our meditation use singing bowls or tune in on to singing bowls on YouTube and listen to those. Just be conscious of opening up. It's this amazing moment, this chink in the universe seems to have opened for us a little, and the sheer magic is there, and it's ours to partake of. And it is stunningly awesome and beautiful, I think. So do enjoy the moon gate. I may be on to say a little more about Venus because her journey continues, and there's much more magic beyond this to do with her. So maybe I'll say a little about that at some point. But thank you if you've stayed with me for this video, and do enjoy the meeting of Venus and the moon. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.